Hello, black man. This guided journal is being made available to build character, confidence, and define the inner person.
It has been deemed clear that our culture and our past has hindered black men from being open and vulnerable. Hello, black man.
Hello, black man.
Yo, check this out. I received this in the mail, right? Hello, black man. And I'm so excited about it. This is a journal to help black men articulate their feelings, express their feelings. Hell, just acknowledge that we have them in a safe and honest way. And hopefully, it will translate into other parts of your life. I get it. As a black man, a lot of us weren't encouraged or taught to talk about our feelings. As a kid, when you fail and hurt yourself, your parents told you to get up. You're a big boy. Big boys don't cry. That right there is a hard lesson to unlearn, and it's very hurtful. Because when we become older, we don't know how to express ourselves. We don't know how to talk about our feelings. We don't know how to have a conversation without lashing out or using profanity or getting upset and becoming violent because we weren't taught. But this, man, is essential, not just to each one of us becoming a better person, but a society of men being able to express themselves is priceless. So if you want to become the best version of you that you can do, check out helloblackman.com. Grab the journal, actually journal in it, be honest, be open, and be accessible to your feelings and embrace them.
Hello, black man. What is going on? I know. Hey, listen. I know the Super Bowl is almost over. Don't worry about that. Glad you're tuning in. Glad you're checking us out. I got my flight risk on. Street Prodigy Urban Wear. Always rocking some young entrepreneurs. I guess merch on the show. And tonight we're gonna have a special guest, Miss Lisa Williams, an author who's found a very special niche and some things that we need, right? But I'm glad to have y'all with us. Glad if you're here, make sure you share the podcast, share the show. If you're tuning in for the first time, make sure you checking us out on Insta. If you're checking us on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook or my page or two page, it doesn't matter. Just thank y'all for tuning in. Yes, I cut my beard. I know y'all can see it now. I don't have a big beard. I cut the beard. I mean, it'll grow back or it won't. But tonight, we're going to bring on an author, Swag. You know what I'm saying? What Dion say? I am Swag. She's Swag. You know what I'm saying? She's Swag. So we're gonna make sure we give her due props tonight. She's Swag. You know, we know some people that ain't Swag, but she's Swag, right? Alabama State, you know. So we're going to show her some Swag love. From Peterman, Alabama, all the way from the big city of Peterman, Alabama. You got the three major cities in the United States. You got New York, you got LA, and you got Peterman, Alabama. Top three huge cities in America. So she's from one of those large cities. Listen, without further ado, we're going to bring on author Lisa Williams to the show. Hey, how you doing this evening?
How are you doing this evening? Did everybody enjoy the Super Bowl?
Yeah. Who are you going for? Were you going for somebody?
Nobody. I just want to see Rihanna perform.
That's it. You tuned in for halftime only?
I did see the touchdown. I did see a few other plays, but mostly I saw Rihanna perform. So
okay.
And I was good.
Is Rihanna expecting? Is that what you are you with the she's expecting crowd?
I'm not gonna say anything because I was just happy to see her float up and out the sky. That was fun.
Yeah.
So for me, just seeing that, I was like, okay, Riri, I like that.
Yeah. So I thought it was pretty phenomenal show. You know, very well coordinated and basically had a little bit of everything, a little raspiness, a lot of movement, more songs rung a bell than people's like, well, I don't know what she sings. I don't know what she sings. But when the song came on, you're like, okay, that's okay. I know this song. I know this song. I know this song. So I thought she brought a lot to the halftime show. That was pretty phenomenal.
She
So
did.
listen, tell us a little bit about you. And you're also an educator, also, right?
Yes, I am an
Author
educator.
and educator.
Yes, author
So,
and
so
educator.
tell me about your education background.
Um, I did go to SWAC. I went to Alabama State University. I graduated as a Millennium graduate class of 2000. So
Mm-hmm.
I've been out of school 23 years from an HBCU. I wasn't trading
Mm-hmm.
for anything in the world. I've had my best times at Alabama State. Actually, I wrote one of my first poems that was published at Alabama State University in one of those classes where we had to be creative. And the
Mm-hmm.
teacher told me that I was a writer, but I didn't believe her because I was a COBOL student,
Mm.
College of Business Administration. So I wanted to program and learn how to do that. And then I ended up becoming a Microsoft Office National Specialist. And I taught those skills to high school students for 17 years. Now I'm
Nice.
actually a career coordinator that helps students get into college, and I actually help them get jobs and help them
Oh,
prepare.
that is huge. Tell me about that field, being a career coordinator. I've heard the word, but I'm talking to one now.
It's those are jobs that are in high school. Depends on the county, depends on what they offer. So they do have career coordinators. We're known as career technical coordinators. What we do is we have students who are in pathways such as Microsoft Office, digital programming, any kind of pathways that college or that college like high school may have.
Mhm.
And they have students in there who want to continue it and go on to college and continuing to do other things. Then that's where I come in and I help them get prepared for that. I can give them find them training for tests. I can get them set up with interviews. People can come in, vendors can come into the school and help the students get ready for workforce or get ready for their education.
Nice. Listen, that says a lot about character, because just wanting to see people on the right track, even if they don't know what the right track is, right? Because I know at I mean, from my yesteryear coming through, I didn't have any type of guidance or this what should be done next, or are you looking into this career? Like it was just like pick something and go to school and don't change it. You got to do
Yeah.
that and that's it. It's crazy right now. It's just crazy to think about it. But we were just kind of out here, just kind of fending for ourselves, honestly.
And it's different now with technology, with the internet. You could do virtual schools. You can do virtual orientation now. You can actually, you don't have to leave home to figure out what school you want to go to. You can actually do a virtual
Mhm.
online tour. You can take Google Maps,
Right.
drop yourself in and take a tour of the campus yourself. You can
Yeah.
do everything online. A lot of students are virtual students, even in college. They're working and then they're doing virtual classes and they're still getting the same type of education. So
That's
it's very
crazy.
possible. So sometimes it's so much out there. It's just so much out there for them until
Yeah.
some of them need guidance. They want somebody to talk to who has actually been to college. And at my
Right.
school, because it's 90% African American, they love this month HBCU, but we do
Hmm.
it all year long. So they come in and say, hey, what's the difference between HBCU? What's the difference between the PWI? So with that in mind, they come in and they actually have educators and teachers. 80% of the school is HBCU. So they
Hmm.
come and they can talk not only to me as a career instructor, they can come and talk to their teacher. They can say, hey, what can we look forward to? What did you like? What did you love? What can we do differently? So it's just a great job. It's a job. You have to love it to do it. You
Yeah,
can't.
I agree with you. I'm gonna tell you something that our generation has seen. My generation has seen is when they first start talking about online schools and getting degrees online. It was like literally repulsive. Like, oh no, like online school, like that ain't nothing. That ain't. And when first people started going to University of Phoenix and those different schools that were out there at the time, it was like, why would somebody do that? Like, that don't even make sense. Like, that's not even real college. And now so many people, get their degrees online, and once you have it, you have the degree. And I think it's just phenomenal that we've kind of evolved into that from that standpoint. But
Yes.
you're also an author, so
Yes.
tell me about your journey to author land.
My journey to Auckland is very, very simple. Um, as everybody know, when COVID hit, all type of schools were online. It
Mm-hmm.
was for everybody. If you wasn't a teacher that had any type of online classes, you had to learn a new platform. You had to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, provided the fact that I'm an education specialist, I've had online classes. So, going to the online platform was not a big deal for me. But however, it was a big deal for our students and it was a big deal for our veteran teachers. So during COVID, we were doing something called social emotional learning, which is when we do a check-in with the kids, we do activities, how are you feeling, journal writing and things like that. And one thing that I noticed that was missing was actually
Mm-hmm.
a journal that represents our students. Then I noticed that a lot of our female students, high school, middle school, elementary school, they didn't know how to express themselves. They needed
Mm-hmm.
writing prompts or a character or something to help them along the way. And it was hard because it wasn't that much material out there that was what you would call brown skin oriented.
Right.
So I decided that I would do something about it. And a vision came in my mind of characters, affirmations such as I am loved, such as, I'm beautiful, such as I'm awesome. So
Mm-hmm.
the whole book just came to my mind. And then I later found the illustrator. Me and her worked together on 9 characters to come out. Each character has an affirmation page, an affirmation phrase, a writing journal for each character.
Right.
That's how we came about with Alora's Angel. So it's been, it was a great process. It was a long
Mm-hmm.
process, but I loved it and I'm kind of addicted to it because now I'm working on a boy version. When I got
Perfect.
the girl book, I didn't expect to have people request that I do a boy version of it.
Yeah.
So the
So
girl
right,
book,
right. You pour your heart and soul into something, and you like, okay, this is great. They're like, okay, we need some more. Come
yes,
on,
they were
like, come
like,
on with it.
come on with the boy book, Miss Williams. I got 5 boys. So my book signing was a success for me. 50 autograph copies at Nubian Bookstore in Morrow. I was completely shocked and amazed. And then it kept going from there. And then we started getting to, hey, when you're going to do the boy book, when you're going to do the boy book. So new year, new book. I'm working on a boy book. I hope to have it out by May. That's the
All
goal.
right. And so tell me this. So tell me, when you got started, what was your, did you start sketching it out on just normal paper? Did you say, hey, I need some help from the jump? Or like, what was your initial, because people really have a hard time getting started, right? Say, okay, I know what I want to do, but what's my angle? Like, what's the first thing I do?
The first thing I did was I actually got, as an educator, I got one of those big, big poster board papers and I put it up on my wall. And I
Mm-hmm.
started imagining in my mind, what did I want my character to look like? So I had a list for each character. Character 1, big hair, freckle face, curly. Character 2, gap teeth, beautiful eyes, long lashes, curly edges. And
Mm-hmm.
then I did that process for a few months, adding what special features I wanted for each character. I didn't want any character to be, I didn't want them all the same size. I wanted them different sizes, different shapes, different features. I wanted them to represent different things. So
Mm-hmm.
going through, I had to narrow it down. I had about 15 characters and I ended up with my top 9. So that's when
Got
I
it.
went to the Laura's Angel. So that's
That's
why
a
I'm out.
lot. There's still a lot. There's still a lot of identities to come up with, a lot of different attitudes, and like keeping people who they are. Like this person, like you have to come up with their own personas, their own
Yeah.
personalities, and stuff like that.
And it was when you sit and you look at it and then to come up with the scenes behind them,
Mm-hmm.
the writing prompt, because I had to put myself in the place of an educator. If I was
Mm-hmm.
an educator and I was coming into the classroom and I needed an SEL activity for my students, I would want a character page there with 3 words on there for read, especially for kindergarten and
Mm-hmm.
preschool and elementary school. And then I would like for them to have a writing prompt to start it, and then they can flip over and color on a coloring page, and then they had a doodle page. And I thought if I was an educator, that is what I would want. I would want a section with things on them for each one of them to do. So that's how it came up coming into a journal. And then I just went from there. I still have a lot of more characters in my head. I
Mm-hmm.
tell people I have so many. So I'm not done. I'm just beginning.
Love
But
it.
but this affirmation journal is something that's needed because sometimes
Mm-hmm.
we just don't know how to start to write.
We
And if you
don't. We don't.
we can get them to start writing early and reading things like I am loved, I am awesome, I help others. Those type
Positive read encouragement. Positive affirmations. Like
of positive
it's
affirmations.
right. It's just something that I want to say we almost take for granted, right?
We do.
The world goes on, you know, kids and their iPads and iPhones and apps and stuff like that, and they're taking on so much. But like, how much is it? Is this super positive? Like, hey, this is positivity coming into your, you know, into your space right now. Most time it's just you pushing stuff out, pushing out content, pushing out pictures and videos and stuff like that. But being able to absorb some of that positivity, I think, is huge. So tonight, what we're going to do is, since you're an educator and also a Black woman, 2 of our journals is, one is Hello Black Woman. I'll have you give me 2 questions, 2 numbers between 1 and 52,
Okay.
and then we'll do 2 from our Hello Black Educator journal.
Okay.
So give me your first random number.
8.
8. And I tell you what, you tell me which journal you want to go with, woman or educator first.
Ooh. Woman, because I'm a woman first and an educator.
Hello, somebody. All right. Question number 8. Question number 8 says, hello, Black woman. Are you physically fit? What are your fitness goals? Have you had a physical? If not, schedule one and write down the results.
Wow. That's a good one. That's a good one. Have I had a physical? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Am I as fit as I should be? No. Am I working on it? Yes. A few years ago, I lost 40 pounds. So that is a big deal for me. So my health is
Nice.
for me. But I still got 40 more to go. So
Okay. You have goals.
I do have goals. And you have to have your fitness goal in check now. So that's a good question. What am I doing about it? I make sure I get my physicals. I make sure I get checked. I make sure I tell my friends to go. Like
Yes.
sometimes we need to encourage our friends.
Exactly. You have to encourage it. Your circle should be encouraging you, and you should be doing the same for them. You should be encouraging and say, hey, have you had your physical? What y'all waiting on? Especially when I go get my physical, I always tell like guys I play video games with, basketball with, say, hey, I want to get my physical when y'all got y'all schedule. Okay, let's get this physical knocked out. It's early in 2023.
You're right. And it's so important now because there's more technology out there that can detect things for us.
Yes.
Better. So, and even now, if you have certain things, you got your little phone app to tell you, oh, it's time for your physical. It's time to go in for blood work. It's time to do that. So, yes, that is important. That is very important to me. So, yes.
Awesome. Lisa, this is this is Lisa.
Hello.
Then what I call you?
My name is Kalisha, but don't you say it.
Wait a minute.
I say my own name.
I can say your name.
Hi, Lisa. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to
You want
meet
me
you.
to say your name?
I don't.
Your name is
Kalisha. Thank you.
Oh, okay. All right. Time for the educator question. Give me a number.
15.
15. Why 15?
That's my birthday.
Okay.
15 of what?
August
15.
August 15. That's Gabriel's birthday.
Okay.
And Jasmine. I know a lot of August 15 birthdays.
Die Hard Leos.
Die Hard Leos. Mid-month Leos.
That's what's up. That means we're going to be connected because somehow I'll be connected to August 15 Leos.
Yeah. Die Hard Leos. We are fierce.
That's June, I think. Okay, Leo. So this question is pretty. I would say it's pretty profound. It says, "Hello, Black educator. What can you offer the profession that no other can?"
Wow. Ooh, that's a long list. Well, one thing that I can offer to the profession that I'm in is that I've been to a HBCU and a PWI. So I
Hmm.
can give them both spectrum of which way they want to go. I can get them prepared for what they will want at either school that they choose. The second thing as an educator has been as long as I've been and doing most of the things that I've done is I could just give them straight what you would call experience. A lot of students want experience from their teachers. They don't want you to just sit there and talk to them and tell them certain things. They want you to tell them, what have you been through? What have you done? So when I go into classrooms and I talk about career options and getting trade degrees or whichever degree you choose, or however
Right.
I tell them from, I say, hey, this is my experience. And then there's always the option to open up the floor to them and let them know that they can talk to you. They can come into your office and talk to them. And more than anything, now college tours, taking them on college tours. I used to do a college tour as a teacher before I was promoted to a career instructor. I used to take the kids to Tuskegee, Alabama, Alabama State University, and Auburn University. So they got
Mhm.
an opportunity to see three types of school: a PWI, a private HBCU, and a public HBCU.
Nice.
Because of that, some of them picked their college as well. I have one student that's graduating from Tuskegee, and I have three kids that have already graduated from ASU.
Oh,
So
that's a win.
that's a win-win for me. So what I bring to the table is experience. I don't sugarcoat it. I tell them just like it is. Hey, if you're gonna go to school and you're gonna party, you
Yeah.
may not make it like I almost did make it. So
Listen,
you're gonna have
I-
to you're gonna have
yeah, I have a freshman in college right now. We're putting another freshman in college in a few months. So we try to keep them abreast of college life, the
yeah.
opportunities out there. Don't be so nervous.
No, I'm not nervous. I have given up. I am done.
Don't give up. Don't
I
give up.
have given up.
She
I
has
threw the
not given
towel
up. She
in.
has not given
I'm
up.
sick
giving
of these kids.
No, it's you gotta let them experience. And
Hmm.
the best thing you can do is just
Yeah.
be honest. I have a son that's took a break before he go to college and he did his little break. Now he's ready to go. I don't sugarcoat it. If you need a break, like some kids need a break when they come out of
They
high school.
do. They
I have a
really
lot
do.
of kids because they've been through COVID. They were stuck in school. They were stuck at home. So they feel like they didn't get a chance to do high school. And guess what? They need that little break just to work, just to experience other things, and then go to college with a fresh sled,
Hmm.
fresh beginning. And
I
then
like
they're
it.
ready. They can get their priorities together. So don't give
Okay.
up.
Well, you're bringing a lot to the table, and I think that's absolutely you can't give it up, and it's absolute phenomenal. Next question in the woman's journal. Give me a number.
Ooh, 35.
35. Question 35
There was a
states.
Super Bowl commercial that said Jesus does not want us to act like adults. So I have decided that I'm going to fight my kids like a child.
No. Ah,
you,
she
I,
got right.
you can't fight your son. I'm gonna be straight up with you.
I can try.
You cannot.
I'll get beat up,
You will
but
be
I'll
off
try.
work for a while.
It's okay.
You be off work from now on, as they say.
You scared? I ain't scared. Black
No,
women are not scared.
you ain't gotta be scared, but that's a big boy.
We gonna fight.
Okay,
Right.
here we go. She's not. She know me. Hello, black woman. What or who motivates you? Describe how it feels to be motivated.
Oh my God. Motivation is just like the root of so much in your life. If you just sit around and just think about things, who motivated you to do your podcast?
Mhm.
Who motivated you to go to school? Who motivated you? That is an important piece of your life. My motivation comes from my family. I have my mom. I have some strong aunts that don't let me give up. I have some friends that when I feel like throwing in the towel, they be like, girl, we've come too far. I
Mhm.
have best friends. I have friends in my circle that don't let me give up. They're my motivation. Even when I feel like crying, you know what we do? We cry, we go out, and we get back right in it. That's just it. We
Mm-hmm.
can't give up. If you've been in the field as long as we've been in the field,
Mm-hmm.
over 18 years in the education field, you're a motivator there. You can't give
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So just based off your profession, you have to be a motivator and you have to be motivated. So when you
Yep.
dealing with those type of things, your circle got to be positive.
Yep.
Period.
Yep. I like it. You said something pretty profound, saying that in order to be a, being being a motivator, you have to be motivated. Like something has to be pouring into you. Something has to be keeping you going while you keeping this classroom going, these students going, your life going. Like the old saying said, you can't pour from an empty cup, right?
You
So that
can't.
motivation has to go around. It has to be full circle. You got to be getting some back.
Yeah, you have to be motivated. You have to be the motivator. Sometimes you have to start the motivation process, especially
Mm.
with so much that's going on now. Sometimes you got to be your own motivator. We call it affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
Old people call it looking in the mirror and tell yourself something good. So sometimes
I
when you
like
get
it.
up in the morning, you just gotta look in the mirror and go, "Today's gonna be
Okay,
a good day."
you can do that.
Look in the mirror
You can
and
do
just
that.
say, "It's gonna work out." Before you even hit the outside of the door, it's
I
gonna
like
work.
it. Speaking
It's
that positivity. All
speaking
right.
positively.
Give me one more number for the educator.
Ooh, 19.
19. Question 19. Question 19 says, you kind of spoke on this a little bit. It says, "Hello, Black educator.
Okay.
What type of technology is available in your classroom? Describe how you are taking advantage of technological advancements afforded to schools today."
Um, right now in the classroom, the technology advancement that a lot of educators are using is Zoom,
Mm-hmm.
where kids who are maybe homeschooled, you can zoom into a classroom and you can see the instructor, you can see the class, and you can still participate. The one thing that I love more than anything is this new virtual school that's coming out. There are some students that may have physical capabilities and they can't physically get to school, meaning they may be
Mm-hmm.
in a wheelchair. They
Mm-hmm.
may have had an accident, they may have physical therapy, they may have other things going on. They can still go to school online virtually, have an online teacher. And some schools provide them with online teaching after school, which is known as
Wow.
a homeschool tutor or homeschool teacher. That's a teacher that actually comes to their home. So there's just different things. Growing up, we didn't have a teacher that came to the
No, no. Either you went to school or you missed it.
you
I
missed
met
it.
when I had pneumonia when I was like second grade, and it wasn't a teacher, it was a resource person who
Mm-hmm.
came out because I had to be out of school for a couple of weeks, but
Yeah.
she didn't really teach me that. She brought me some packets to do when I
Mm-hmm.
was at home, and I had to take them back. But
They
hey,
actually
some
teach.
like
Some of them
Something like
actually
a summer.
and they teach and they work with you. It's individually based. So it's based on the needs of the student. You obviously you probably were pretty smart. You probably didn't need her there very long. You just needed to work and get it turned in. And then there are kids who actually need them to come out who may have a disability or something like that. So it's individually based. That's
that's
one technology. The other technology that I love is what they call virtual field trips. You can set up virtual field trips where you can send kids on Google searches and they can drop that little person, that little Google Map person into different parts of the world. And that's amazing if you use it the correct way. Like if you want a kid, let's say today we want to take a virtual trip to Africa, you can find points, you can find latitude and longitude points and give it to them and say, drop it here, what do you find? And they can actually look at a village, they can actually look at certain things. So there's a lot
Nice.
you can do with technology. All we had was the encyclopedia.
Yeah, yeah. Well, all I had was an encyclopedia set. That's all we had when when we was coming in school. Like a few pictures here and there, and like okay, that was exciting.
And
My
National Geographic and a National
yeah,
Geographic
yeah.
magazine.
That's it.
So just imagine, okay, so just give you an idea. Growing up, we had National Geographic magazine. We had to wait on it to come to the media center.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You can
Mm-hmm.
go to nationalgeographic.com and search
And
for
see everything.
whatever you want.
No waiting. No
No.
nothing. Yeah, that's yeah. The opportunities are almost endless. Listen, so you've created your first literary unit. Uh, uh, If you would pull it to the camera, you got it right there behind, to the side of you.
Yes, I got one right here in front of me. It is
Yeah.
a Laura's angel. I'm trying to make it way one be an angel. And it's just an amazing character journal book of affirmations. I can just go on and on about the characters that are in here. If you just look at the cover,
Mm-hmm.
she's amazing. And I'm trying to make it where the light is not so much. So I'm just going to open it up. You have your characters, you have your people, and I'm just going to go to a section I'm going to go to.
Come on
Just,
with it.
just to show them how you can use it in the classroom. We're going to go with a Laura. So this is how it works. You have a Laura. Boom. So if you're an educator and you want to give a section to a kid, Laura, I am awesome. There's the writing prompt. The kid can start writing. If they need 2 lines, they're beginner writers. They can use 2 lines, 1 line, cursive writing, anything like that. So once they finish writing, the kids then turn the book over. You can also use Donor Choose and get classroom sets for free if they sponsor. There is the coloring page and there's a doodle page. So on the doodle page, every
Nice.
kid loves to doodle. Every
Yes.
I haven't found a kid yet that don't doodle.
Oh
So
yeah. Yeah.
once they finish,
Artistic ability don't mean anything. Like I'm gonna draw something on this paper.
I'm gonna draw something on this paper. The same thing. I am worthy. So that's her affirmation. And this character is Dolly, and she's just like a soft American princess in a way. If you look at her, she has the flowing hair. She's in the desert. She has her sundress.
I
And,
see.
and there is a little girl that looks like this somewhere, you know.
Oh
You
yeah. I
really
probably about 1,000,000.
probably about 1,000,000. And she has
Yep.
her section. So they are each character like this one, Berthy. Now everybody has a little girl that has 2 braids, glasses, braces, and she in the kitchen with her auntie, with her grandma.
Listen.
They cooking, they having a good
Oh.
old time. So everybody has a character that they know. So I try to make sure that I put each character has this something unique. Everybody has a little character like this. I'm a good person. She has a book bag. She on the way to school. She comes into class. She has a little nice little fro. She just ready to come to school. Her mom gonna drop her off at the little drop off lane. And she
Okay.
on her way to class. And she just ready for school. She has big, beautiful eyes to match her afro. Lizzie. A lot of people fell in love with Lizzie. I am smart. Lizzie is your island girl with hips, dreadlocks. She has the book of life. She is ready. Understand? Yes. See, you have dreadlocks. She is ready. And her page, her coloring page is one of the pages I love because the kids get to write their own book of life. You see all
Nice.
they get
Nice.
to write in there. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. So instead of writing it down on a piece of paper, they get to write down their life goals on a book.
Huge.
So, and my other character is I love myself. That's the other affirmation. And she's just your angel. She's in the grass. She's looking at the sun. She love it. That's it. She just want to relax. And sometimes we do have to look in the mirror and say, you know what?
We do.
I love myself. I love myself. So that's a character that I really, really love. I am love. You look at this. This is that redhead that just loved by everybody. She's loved by her aunts. She's loved by her cousins. She just feel love, and that's that motivation. That's that circle. So that would be Thule. That is her. And anything is possible. I cannot tell you how many little girls in elementary school look like this. They come in with their color braids and they love it. And they come in with their boots and they love it. And they come in with their sassy attitude, but they know it all, but they love it. And they make your day. So anything is possible. You have to tell them it doesn't matter. It's
It
possible.
does not.
It's possible.
It go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
and the last one. I am important. That's the affirmation, and that is her section. And that's your little girl that comes in, and she was just born a princess, and we all have them. They're prissy. They wear their jewelry. They come to school dressed to impress. End up being the beauty queen or the beauty pageant. They come in the schoolhouse like this. So when I did the book, I just thought about all different types of characters that I've came across in the classroom, girls that I've taught over the years. What do they look like? And if I was that little girl in class, what would I want to see?
Listen, you have poured out uh, so many, I guess, emotions and positivity in each of the characters. This what you've created is absolutely phenomenal. Make sure how can the viewers get in contact and get these journals into their families and homes?
Easy. I'm at Amazon.com. I'm at Walmart.com, BarnesandNoble.com. And if you're locally in Monroe, Georgia, I am in New William Bookstore. You can also go to www.lisatalbertwilliams.com or www.aloresangels.com. And all the links are there to take you there directly. And if you have Prime, you can get it in what, 2 days?
Hello.
If you are a teacher and you want a classroom set, you can set up an account with Donor Choose. And if a sponsor buy your classroom set, all your girls will have one. And if you give me to May, you'll be able to buy boys too.
Hello. Listen, what you're doing is phenomenal. More. We want more. We want to see more from you. More affirmation, more positivity. What you're doing, there can't be enough of. So what you're bringing to the table from an educator standpoint, I think is absolutely phenomenal. Helping our youth choose careers and getting to the right place there. Being an author and ready to double back. And ready to double back already, and you already know the work you got to put in with it, and your willingness to do so. And I just appreciate you. I thank you. We wish you so much so much wellness and prosperity in your journey and what you're doing. Do you have any parting shots for us?
Nothing other than support all Black authors, support your teachers.
Mm-hmm.
If you did the affirmation, you don't even have to be a little girl to get my book. I found out that a lot of adults have bought the book. So
They have the little girl still in them.
Have the little girl still in them. And I am on Etsy to get the book bag. Each character has a book bag.
Oh, nice.
Yes, it has a book bag. So each character has a book bag. My book has a merchandise store go with it. They have mugs, book bags, and they also have stickers.
Keep pushing.
So I'm trying.
I just want to affirm you. You said before you guys got on, I was kind of listening in the background that you were afraid, you were nervous. You did a phenomenal job.
Right.
And
I am nervous.
You spoke very eloquently.
Yes.
And I enjoy every second of it. So keep going. Keep doing what you're doing.
You're my first podcast.
Oh, yeah. Dope. That's what's up. But guess what? I'm going to plug you with many more. How about that?
Thank you. You're and welcome. Don't forget, Black Children's Author Week is coming up in February and it goes until March. So if you guys ever want to get an opportunity to interview a lot of authors, I know Black Children's Author Week. That's great. So
okay.
That's coming up.
You stay connected and we'll stay connected with you as well. Make sure I got your email, I got your phone number. We're going to be sending you some merchandise. We appreciate you.
Thank you. And follow me on all platforms. I'm on Facebook, yes. I'm on TikTok, absolutely. And I'm on Instagram. Author Lisa I am.
Right. Follow you and sharing your content.
All right. Don't forget, drop your information in the comments below.
I've already put your website in, but you drop the rest of it.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much for being a guest on the Hello Black Man podcast. Good night.
Thank you for having me. Have a nice night.
All right. Another phenomenal, I don't even want to say it was an interview. It was just a conversation. Somebody that's doing some great things, some positive things, and just having the ability to come on in this chit chat, visibility back and forth, our visibility for what we do into her world and what she's doing into ours. Who won the Super Bowl?
I told you who was going to win the Super Bowl.
Because why?
Because some people was crying during the national anthem. I told you.
You did.
You did. I told you.
You did. They crying.
They crying.
They know they got to throw together. Read. Guys, listen.
We're promoting transparency. Yeah. So it's not weak to cry.
Yeah.
I was just saying.
Just cry if you weak.
Yeah.
Listen. I get it. No problem. Listen, it's my night to take my bonus daughter to work. She's at Taco Bell, so I got to get out of here. So listen, it's been a great show. Enjoy the Super Bowl with you.
Yes, it was everything.
All right. God bless you. Good night. Hello, black man.
I told you.
You did. You said they were weak.